Hey, hola, hola, hola. Hello to you, and welcome to a brand new episode of Creative Radio. It's your host, Khalil, Kavon, and today we are talking about something that I really feel like needs to be talked about more, and that's talking about it's okay to not be okay. Okay? All right. Today I am joined by my plant baby, which y'all can see. Does this even look right, y'all? This is even look right. If you're watching on video, does this even look right? Am I taking care of this plant correctly, or do I just need to not be a plant father? Because if I don't need to be a plant father, y'all, then I'm gonna just let this plant go and give it to somebody. Or if it's already in the states of just we don't know, y'all just let me know. Do I need to be a plant father? Because I be watering my plant and all that, but I'm just trying to. I want to get more plants, but I said, let's do a test run with this because I just know me. With plants, child, the plant will be there with no water, and I will be go traveling, and the plant will just be sitting here looking like, can somebody please give me some water? Can someone please give me some nutrients? So, but I want a dog, y'all. I want a dog. I really want a dog. I do. I want a small puppy, and child, we need to get this plant ministry together first. But anyways, happy June again to all of you. If you're listening to the first time, thank you so much. It's okay to not be okay. Our topic of the day. So I truly think that society has put this standard out where humans need to always be okay, and creatives need to always be okay, and entrepreneurs need to always be okay. But as we can see in the reality of things, entrepreneurs are not always okay. Creatives are not always okay. People are not always okay. And I think that the more that we realize that and realize, again, like I said on yesterday's episode, that we are literally on a floating rock and that we don't always need to be okay, then I feel like that will really help the health of society. Because that trying to be perfect for everyone and trying to always be up and always trying to be the motivator and the pusher, and you're always trying to push everybody and trying to look okay because you think that you have to be this superhero to everyone, that is not okay. It's not. And people may have other opinions, but for me and what I have experienced in life, I have seen that trying to be okay and trying to show up for everyone and trying to show up for everything is not okay. And that's what leads to burnout. And for creatives, you're already creating, so that's what leads you to not want to create. And for entrepreneurs, that is what makes you not want to show up to be an entrepreneur, because you are now showing up to everybody and to everything. Because you don't want no one to see that, you need a day to yourself. So you feel like you're going to let someone down if you take a day to yourself. You don't want no one to see that you are overwhelmed because, you've had a lot of orders, or you're trying to figure out how to get orders. And so many times people go into this mode of superhero, and they're not okay. And the thing is, the more that I feel like you put on a facade and a mask that you are always okay, is the more that people will begin to treat you like that, and the more that they will have you as the person as okay. So that means that anytime they go through an issue, anytime that they have something going on, anytime that there is something happening, you are the person of they're okay, that he's always okay, she's always okay. So you know what? Let me go talk to him. Let me go talk to her. And that becomes draining, because who is checking on you? And I think a lot of times you feel like that no one should check on you because before, this one didn't do it and you didn't have the support system before. So you feel like you always have to be the one that has to take care of everyone else, when that is not the case. No. So stop trying to take care of everyone. Stop trying to be okay for everybody to have this look. Because a lot of these people out here who have these nice, highlight reels, there is stuff that is going on behind the scenes. And you're trying to rush to do that and be that, and you want to oh, let me try to be like her, and let me try to be like him, and let me try to do this, and da, 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 da. And then you realize there were so much different sacrifices or things that has to go on for that. In entrepreneurship and creativity, people sometimes think that creatives and entrepreneurs are robots. And so when they have a human moment, when they have an emotional moment, or they have a real life moment, it's like, whoa, oh, are you really having a human moment right now? Are you really having emotions right now? Oh my gosh, you're dramatic. Oh, you're extra. Oh my gosh, you're having a human moment. And they don't realize that creatives are really doing a lot. It's not just picking up a camera. It's not just singing a song. It's just not being an entrepreneur. It's just not going out there and making videos. It's just not going out there and dancing. It's just not going out there and just doing stuff. Like, there is a process. So when a creative has that moment, people are like, you're the one that's always, you're the one that's always doing that. Oh my gosh. You're having a moment. But it's real. No, it's really, I'm laughing about it, but it's serious. People don't realize that creatives have their moments, because you are literally using your brain for different projects and for different things and for different tasks and for different clients. And then you're dealing with different clients, and they have different, emotions. And then you have the ones that, they work with you. Then the ones, they rob. Like, that's a lot to take in. You are a customer service. You service people. So you are taking in all of that. And so sometimes it becomes overwhelming, and it's okay not to be okay. You have people that are still working jobs. And they're on their way to entrepreneurship. So it's a transition between them trying to figure out when they want to leave their job and when they want to become an entrepreneur or a creative. That's an emotional process right there, because you're so used to having a schedule, and you're so used to having this, and you're so used to having that. And now you're going to this independent mode where you now have to be the one that disciplines yourself to do things. That's a task. That's emotions, because you are literally divorcing your old job. You're divorcing your old habits. You're divorcing how you used to move, and you're moving into something new. And sometimes you don't feel okay. And it's also a faith walk. It's a faith walk. In a job, you know how much income that's coming in a month. As an entrepreneur, ciao. If it's up, then it might just be stuck. I'm just saying, people don't realize the things that entrepreneurs have to go through. They just think, let me go, start my LLC. Oh, let me go start my business. But entrepreneurs go through it. Creatives go through it. And people need to get that in their head. Entrepreneurs, at the end of the day, they are real life people. Creatives, at the end of the day, they are real life people. So creatives are not always okay, because they are taking literally their heart, their soul, all of this is on the inside, and they are pouring it out to other people. And so that's a lot of work. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of brain work. And then they still have to deal with real life. You still have to deal with real life. You have family stuff and friend stuff and stuff you want to work on for yourself, and personal goals and relationship stuff, and just so many different aspects of life. And it's not saying that it's always like this, because it's not. But when those real life moments do kick in, and you really have to realize like all of the stuff you have to deal with, you realize, why is there this need to show up into the world as okay? Why? And that's emotionally damaging. It is emotionally damaging to sit and show up to the world every single day as okay. It really is. You are putting on a mask. You are putting on a facade that you are okay, when meanwhile there is so much that's going on behind the scenes. And you are only making yourself feel more stressed and more worried and more confused and more frustrated, because you are now suppressing all of that, and you are not getting that off your chest. You're not getting that off your mind. So you're really just suppressing. That's emotional damage. And why would you want to do that to yourself? because so and so said you need to be perfect, and social media said that you have to be perfect and you have to show up and be perfect every day because you have to give a look and you have to give a style and you have to blah. Who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? If you're not happy, who cares? Who cares if you're not showing up with a look today? Who cares if you're not showing up all bright and shiny? If you're not okay, that's what needs to be dealt with. Not you trying to show up and give a look. Are we serious? The worry is to show up to have a look, to show up perfect to the world when you're not okay? No, sweetie. No, that is not how it works. I don't care what these gurus and people say, and you just need to suppress yourself in work. Let me tell you something from an expert level. I suppressed myself in work when my mom passed, and I keep bringing this up because I am more open about talking about this now, because for years I kind of just kept it in the background. But let me just tell you from an expert level, when I went through grief, I suppressed myself in work. I became a workaholic because I said I have to keep working and 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 working because I want to show up to the world as perfect and that I'm okay, and that I don't want people to feel like as an entrepreneur that I'm failing, and that I'm not doing it, and I have a standard now that I have to. And let me tell you, that literally was the worst emotional damage that I could have done to myself. Because I walked around like everything was okay, showed up like everything was okay, walked in like everything was okay, and meanwhile inside I was literally tearing apart. And let me tell you, when you walk around and do that, you will be the one that reaps the benefits. We talk about reaping and sowing, and we think that's about money all the time, but no, you also reap what you sow in your emotions, in your well-being. So if you are sowing emotional damage to yourself, and when you are sowing emotional bondage to yourself, when you are sowing suppression and making your emotions just stay here, and you're not expressing, or you are not allowing that to be open, you are now reaping the benefits of stress. You are now reaping the benefits of depression. You are now reaping the benefits of taking yourself to a very low space. So we talk about reaping and sowing. You have to be careful about the seeds that you sow into yourself. And you have to also be careful if you're even sowing seeds into yourself. So many times you are sowing seeds into others with this thing of, I'm sowing to everybody, I'm giving to everybody. But what about yourself? And when I say that, I'm not saying that you need to be out here like some mean, nasty individual. What I'm saying is that you have to take care of yourself at the end of the day. You have to be okay at the end of the day. Not just okay, excellent, great, amazing, joyous. And that might not be all the time, but there needs to be a safe space for you. There needs to be happiness for you. You're creating everyone else's fairy tale. You're making everyone else's vision come to life. You're making everyone else's stuff to come to life. Where is it that you are okay? And sometimes I think there's this perception that you're not allowed to take care of yourself because you have to be the happy. I am the best, the top tier, top tier, woohoo, top tier me. Yeah. After all of the top tier stuff though, where is your well-being? Because you have to look in that mirror at the end of the day. You have to look at yourself at the end of the day. So, would you rather look in the mirror and be internally happy and at peace and excited for life? Or would you rather keep trying to show up for everybody and look okay and keep going home to a damaged individual? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. No. Baby, when I tell you it's not worth it, I'm telling you, take this here. It's not worth it. Trying to show for everyone, trying to be okay, trying to, suppress, no. Go home and take care of yourself. And I get it. Sometimes you choose creativity because you feel like that's like your escape lane. When you create, you feel like sometimes when you create or when you're an entrepreneur or you're doing work, that is almost like an escape from reality. So you like put yourself in that zone to always keep doing that. But there has to become a time when you pour back into yourself, because pouring out of an empty cup will only damage your relationships. It will only damage your friendships. It will only damage your business. It will only damage your entrepreneurship. It will only damage what you need to give to the world, because you are not taking care of yourself. All of this nonsense of you know, if you show up emotional, if you show up, not strong, then you're weak, and maybe you're not called for business, and that there's a difference. There's a difference. There are people that simply are not for business because it's too much. But then there are people that are called for business, but they need to work through those emotional aspects. They need to work through those personal aspects to be the strongest and greatest entrepreneurs that they can be.
You're listening to Creative Radio with Khalil Kavon. Listen to Creative Radio anytime on Spotify and the Podcasts app.